let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Thanks, guys. The Rams head coach that I spoke with pregame, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Colorado State's offense will go on the attack first. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Rams with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hand off for Brown. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Give to Brown. Bounced off his feet.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Rams send out the punt unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Now the Thunderbirds offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think he leaves.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Jackson will throw. Under fire. Soft spot in the middle. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And it's the Thunderbirds moving quickly to the line.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They'll go right back to him. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. The Thunderbirds come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado State. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Jackson gonna throw it. Takes the easy completion. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. And it's the Thunderbirds have it with a 1st and 10.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
Floats it out in space. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5 at 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. That brings him to within 1.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. Complete to start this drive. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. A give to Brown. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Rams, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Plucks it out of the air. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And the Rams trying to get a touchdown on 1st and looking for the end zone. driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. It's complete to the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rams! And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Jackson will throw. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Unloads quickly. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got room at the 35. My, oh my, 41 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. First play of the period, first down here. Right back to the well. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Thunderbirds racing to the line in the hurry up. To the air on 2nd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Off play action. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. And it's the Thunderbirds will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. The Colorado State offense heads onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really...
Snags it, and there's running room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. 1st and 10 for the offense. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Could not make his way to the corner. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Hand off for Brown. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On the run deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Rams are moving quickly down the field. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. 6th play of the drive coming up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. to the house. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Thunderbirds decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the offense back onto the field. A give to Brown. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Fires on the move. Has it. They will score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Jackson gonna throw it. Finds his big tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're gonna bring out the chains to measure this one. The RPO, it's complete. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And it's the Thunderbirds have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the RPO, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Thunderbirds will punt it away on 4th down. Makes a catch at the 10. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll start this drive going to the air, trying to escape and get it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. The defense uses a timeout, that's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. And it's the Thunderbirds want to crank the tempo. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
They're working that left side. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Jackson will throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The Thunderbirds will punt this one away. Now on the return. He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to...
Snags it and he's open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to go right back downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Clock is wound down. Just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Splits the uprights. Good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's start with Texas, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Longhorns, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Fort Collins. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to our team at sunny Lubick Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Here he comes with the return. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Bounced right back to them. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll run it again. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Got his man in the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And it's the Thunderbirds come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man on the right. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. They're dealing with a second and long. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Dorsett. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Here's a little room there. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Thunderbirds have this offense rolling. They'll give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Behind the chains now on second and long. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And it's the Thunderbirds line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and look for room. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Rams offense on the field and ready to get started. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Open space at the 25. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. One more time, it's Brown. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll turning it on. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Hand off for Brown. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Safe completion on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Rams will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. It's a draw. He's in open space downfield. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. They go right back to him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Now they'll run the draw. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake. That's reeled in. It's Dorsett. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Thunderbirds come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And it's the Thunderbirds, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. On the ground with the counter. It's a fumble on the play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big 3rd down. Jackson will throw. Makes the grab in their space. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Thunderbirds come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He'll heave it deep. Tough to get a rhythm off the bench, and the first one is incomplete. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. A give to Brown. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Rams come to the line in the hurry-up. Quick release by the QB. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Right on the money. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Brown has it. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Brown again. Got enough space. Touchdown Rams. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got him this time. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And it's the Thunderbirds will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Colorado State takes over the Ram offense. offense returns to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Rams come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. First down, right back to Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The Rams want to pick up the tempo.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Handoff for Brown. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. And the Rams will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. It's complete to the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Colorado State. Quick strike through the air for the score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Works the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Hey, what about that move to pick up a couple of extra yards? He's down at the 38. The Thunderbirds with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And it's the Thunderbirds will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are out. There's some room. Bust through behind his pad. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Thunderbirds back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Handoff from the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. in now in motion. Handoff from the gun. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.